Hello again and welcome to another edition of Southern Country. Hi, I'm Herb Says and welcome to the show. Well, my friends, it's time for our annual Christmas show. And today, we're at Christkindlmarkt in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. I have Elizabeth to my side. How are you?
Happy holidays, Herb. I'm doing great.
It's a pleasure to have you. Pauline, how you doing?
Cheers and happy holidays, Herb.
It's a pleasure to have you too. Mark, pleasure to have you.
Thanks so much. Happy holidays.
Thank you very much. Elizabeth, what's going on?
Well, Christkindlmarkt started in Europe in the late 1300s, early 1400s in countries like Germany and Austria. So Mark, tell us how Christkindlmarkt came here to Bethlehem.
Well, we actually adapted it from those open-air markets that take place in the town square in Europe during the holiday season. Christkindlmarkt began here in Bethlehem in 1993, so we're celebrating our 24th year this year, and we adapted it where most of the activities are inside. We have hundreds of artisans, live holiday music, and so much more.
So Mark, tell us what we're going to see inside. What can we experience?
You know, we literally have thousands upon thousands of unique handmade items. We have artisans who come from 16 or 17 different states, and everything they make is handmade, great gift ideas for family and friends. But we also have, you know, live holiday music from duos and trios, local choral groups and things like that. We have a glass blowing setup in our courtyard where people can work with our artisans to make their own glass art, a blacksmith, and these wonderful ice carvers who create beautiful works of art using huge blocks of ice, blow torches, chainsaws, picks, and there's so much more.
Sounds good to me.
It sounds fantastic, and I hope to get a little gift shopping done at the same time.
There you go. Pauline, we ready to go inside?
We are ready, Herb. Let's go. Looking forward to it.
Mark, thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great day.
We're looking forward to seeing everything you said.
Well, we've been walking around the Christkindlmarkt, and we passed by this wonderful stand, and it is beeswax, actually cinnamon beeswax ornaments, and they look absolutely incredible. So I'm here with Jenny, and she's going to explain to us about making beeswax ornaments. Jenny, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. We have been making beeswax ornaments for over 23 years, and we start with raw beeswax that we get from our local beekeeper, and we bring it home and we clean it, we strain it and clean it for our specifications, and then we add a good grade cinnamon oil to the beeswax so that you get the scent that will last for years. Then I have all these different shapes in my home, and we mold the beeswax into the different molds, and it takes about a day to get a few molded, and then after that we paint our beeswax, and we paint it with acrylic paints. It's a simple process, it just takes a lot of time, and we have been enjoying keeping this historic craft alive. This dates back to the 1600s in Germany when they would mold the beeswax into their cake molds. But we've brought it up to the 21st century, and we've added the painting of it to keep it current for folks today.
Okay. Is it my understanding then the past tradition has been they pretty much antique the beeswax instead of painted?
They would do the natural beeswax like this right here. It would have just been a natural piece of beeswax that would have been molded, and then they would use that for their decorations. So.
Well, these are absolutely adorable, and it absolutely feels like beeswax. So these are very cute. And you said it takes about one day to create such an ornament?
Yes, we take it in stages. We do a day of just pouring wax. We're down there in the studio and we just pour wax. Then I have enough beeswax molded that I can work for the rest of the week painting beeswax. And it's a process that we go through.
Well, Jenny, I just want to thank you so much for sharing your talent with us and the tradition of creating beeswax ornaments. And you're right, they smell great. Smells like cinnamon. Thank you so much, Jenny. Appreciate it. Okay.
Well, as we walk around Christkindlmarkt here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, Greg is here, and he's an ice carver. Talk to me, Greg, about that.
Well, this is from yesterday, this block right here, so I'm just getting started for the day. I'm going to go into my freezer here. I'm going to bring out a brand new rectangle block. It's going to be about 300 pounds. We're carving all sorts of things for the holiday season. I was going to start with a Christmas tree today. Our blocks are made in northeastern Pennsylvania, just north of Lake Wallenpaupack at our shop for Sculpted Ice Works. We make about 100 blocks at a time.
How do you become an ice sculptor?
Lots of practice. No, I had a
Lots of blocks ice?
Oh, absolutely. I had a one-day class in college carving ice. And
wow.
Yeah, so we started with the chainsaw and made a swan, and the neck fell off on my first carving.
And you use all electric tools I see behind you?
Oh, I have some hand tools, too.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got chisels and chippers. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
So how long is it going to take you to make a Christmas tree out of that block ice?
Probably about an hour, maybe a little bit more.
What we're going to do is we're going to watch you for a while, and we'll come back and want to see the finished product.
Sounds like fun.
All right.
I'm looking forward to it.
We'll see you later.
Okay.
All right,
Bye.
We're here with Carol with Baubles and Beads. Carol, how long have you been doing Christkindlmarkt?
23 years.
Now, what keeps you coming back?
The camaraderie of the craftspeople that I work with. This is our Christmas season, and the customer contact. I love dealing with the people that come to the show.
I'll tell you what, the atmosphere is just absolutely delightful. All the smells, the sounds, just the beautiful, beautiful crafts. So tell us, what do you do that would intrigue people?
Well, I design multi-stone jewelry that you can wear with a lot of different outfits, but I specialize in holiday jewelry. And here is my Christmas tree pin that I do in clear little snowballs or multicolored balls. And I also make Moravian stars and Bethlehem stars.
Well, we'll have to definitely take a look at those. Well, Carol, much success this season at Christkindlmarkt. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. We're here with Beal, and Beal's booth here, he has a partner, Octavio. Did I say that right?
That's right,
Okay.
Octavio Pena.
And they make these Moravian stars. Now, Beal, can you please tell us what the significance is of the Bethlehem star? I mean, I do realize we're in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania,
Right.
but what is the significance of it, and why are people so drawn to this particular design?
Well, Bethlehem is the Christmas city since 1937, so people come here. There's a star on the mountain, and so the idea of the star is very much in the Bethlehem history, but it goes back to the Moravian history. The Moravians designed what they call the Moravian star, which is the more symmetric version of the star. And here in Bethlehem we have those, but we also have the ones with the longer points that are called the Bethlehem stars. So we have either one, and we're happy to make them available to the public.
And why would one person be drawn to the Bethlehem star versus the Moravian star?
I think it's just a matter of taste. Some people like one, some like the other, so they seem happy. Yeah.
And do you ship these nationwide? Is this just strictly a local thing?
We have a studio at the Banana Factory here in Bethlehem. It was started by my late wife Linnie Fowler and Octavio, and after she passed away, we've continued the studio. So this has been an ongoing operation for quite a few years, and every year we're at Christkindlmarkt making these available to the public.
Wonderful. And just one more quick question about how long does it take to make one of these stars?
It depends on the star, but I would say of the order of one of these simpler stars, perhaps an hour, perhaps a little less.
All right, thanks, Beal. Thanks for sharing with us a little bit of history about the Moravian star and the Bethlehem star.
Thank you.
Well, as we walk around Christkindlmarkt here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, Ray is here. And tell me what you're doing with the glass, Ray.
Actually, we're taking a Pyrex glass rod and we put it in a 5,000 degree flame, and I make small animals, Christmas ornaments, and things of that nature. Glass is basically made of sand, and this is one of the higher melting glasses out there. A lot of people don't realize that they have glass that'll begin to melt at 2,000 degrees, and the melting point of some glass in the electronics industry is up above 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. This is what we call a medium glass. It works at about 3,500 degrees Fahrenheit, and I work from my right hand onto my left hand. I build a series of, these are pretty much circles that I'm going to do right now. This particular piece will be a crab.
How long is it going to take you to do that?
Probably this is about 5 minutes for this particular item.
And what is it going to be?
It's going to be a crab.
Crab.
Right.
Wow. It's almost done.
No, I have to put these. I have to put the legs on it, and I'll put the pincers up front, the eyes.
Look at you.
So what we're doing again is we work from our right hand onto our left. Now the glass doesn't get hot in my hand because glass is basically an insulator. So the heat does not travel up this rod.
Wow, I never thought of that, but you're right. You're holding right onto it.
Correct. Now, I learned this trade from my dad, and I started when I was about 7 years old. So I've been involved for about 50 years now.
Wow, look at you putting the tail on, or what are you doing?
These are going to be like the little flippers that they're going to have.
Oh, wow. Now you break that long stem off you're holding on to.
Correct, yeah. I put that on. One piece was hot and the other one was cold. And that way when the piece is done, I'll be able to just pop that and it'll come right off. If both rods were hot, it would get a good seal and I wouldn't be able to break that off when I'm finished.
Very interesting. Does the flame bother your eyes in any way?
No, I have a special pair of glasses. They're called didiniums. And what they do is they cut that orange light, which is sodium light. And they make a lot of different kinds of glasses today that'll filter sunlight or welding light. This particular glass has an element added to the sand, and that's didinium, which filters sodium. So this was only good for this particular type light.
What did you just do with that, with the tweezers?
I just flattened that out. I'll show you how we do that again when I finish this up now. I'm going to go to the back. There's the two pincers up front. Okay, now we're going to break this off. So I just give it a sharp wrap there and it comes right off. So now we'll put these two flippers on the back. Now when that glass is orange, it's still moving. Once you loses that orange color, then it stops moving, but it's still probably well above 1500 degrees.
How hot does glass have to be before you can mold it, shape it like you are doing?
This particular type glass, probably about 3,500 degrees.
And there is different types of glass?
Absolutely. There's lead glass, soda lime glass, Pyrex, quartz. There's a lot of different glass blowers out there. Some are glass to metal sealers, some are neon tube benders.
What are you doing now?
This is going to be a unicorn.
Well, Ray, thank you very much.
Well, thank you, sir, and you enjoy your day at Christkindlmarkt.
So I'm here at the Hot Glass Experience with Ken, and Ken is going to share with us how you can be a part of this amazing experience. Ken?
Thank you. We're part of Arts Quest, the glass studio is, and what you do is you sign up online for this. Actually, we don't have a whole lot of spots left for all of Christkindlmarkt, which is a good thing for us. And anybody can do it, ages 6 and up. It's $45. It takes about 15 or 20 minutes for it. And people with experience or with no experience at all are welcome to come in and do it. The glass is 2100 degrees. You start there. You pick out the design of the ornament you want to make, the pattern, the colors, and we help you make it.
All right. Well, it sounds like a wonderful experience, and I see looking around that we have some people experiencing the hot glass experience. And at this time of year, the volunteers or the participants are making ornaments for the holiday season.
Each month it's something different, but obviously for Christkindlmarkt, it's a Christmas ornament.
Okay, in October?
Pumpkins in October. January we're doing icicles. February is always a heart. Got to have a heart.
Absolutely, and I'm assuming around the Easter time, eggs.
Egg-shaped paperweight, right.
Oh, how interesting. Well, thank you so much, Ken, for sharing with us.
Thank you.
And I appreciate your time. Well, we are here with Saint Nikolaus. And Saint Nikolaus is a German tradition. And Saint Nikolaus, guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Wie geht es euch?
Wunderbar. Es geht mir auch gut.
Wunderschön. Schön. Also, maybe we should speak English here. Right?
Yes, let's talk English.
All right,
So, St. Nikolaus, it is great to be here with you. And as you can see, this is not your traditional Santa. So, St. Nikolaus, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, it's very interesting when you say not your traditional Santa, because in Europe, I am the traditional gift bearer at the Christmas season. I come on December 6th, which is Nikolaus Day. And not just in Germany, but throughout Europe, through many countries in Europe, the condition. The Santa Claus actually was derived on the actual personage of St. Nicholas. So he is an American tradition, if you will.
So tell me, St. Nicholas, am I on your good girl list or your naughty girl list?
Well, I've been having little shows on elves around, and they've been watching you very closely, so they know everything.
Okay.
And they report back to me regularly. So far, I think you're doing well, but you better mind your P's and Q's between now and Christmas.
Oh, that's going to be hard. Oh, I have a question for you, or a statement rather. I have to let you know that I've been good every day. It's just the nights you have to worry about.
Yes, well, you know, the elves don't sleep at night either.
Oh, okay.
I will say no more.
Well, Greg, you're about done?
Maybe another 10 minutes, I think. Yeah, it's all detail work now. I'm carving this star at the top of this tree. Then I'm going to come back through and I'm going to make some sharper edges here so it makes it look like real branches. And then down here, I'm going to work on the trunk a little bit and make that a little bit stand back and carved.
Is ice carving harder on 80-degree days?
A little bit harder, yeah. But it's the sun is the killer.
The sun is the killer.
Yeah, so if we keep the ice out of the sun, we do much better.
Well, it's quite a piece. Now, what happened to these pieces after you get done? There's a bunch of pieces here.
Yeah, I'm gonna clear out some of the ones from the last day or so, and then I'll keep putting the fresh ones out as I work today.
Very good. Well, I thank you very much. It's quite a talent you did here.
Thank you.
Quite an art, and the rest of the stuff here is amazing how you do that with a block of ice.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Wow.
So.
Do you ever have to sharpen your chainsaw?
Oh yeah, we sharpen the chainsaw and the tools all the time.
Do they? Does it take a lot off the chainsaw to work one of these?
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you don't keep the blade straight the whole time, you could break the blade so easily.
Well, I didn't realize how often you have to sharpen them.
Oh, I would say every other week.
Wow, okay. Ice is pretty hard then on it.
It sure can be.
Right.
Sure can
Thank
be.
you, Greg. Appreciate your time.
You're very welcome. Have a great day.
My friend. Well, my friends, it's time to wrap up this Christmas edition of Southern Country at Christkindlmarkt in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Elizabeth?
Herb, today was fantastic. I just cannot believe all the different things we got to see and do today.
It was amazing.
Especially the arts and crafts and the artisans and the glass blowing and the activities that we saw little boys and girls participating in. What a neat experience for the family.
And there's food here.
Yeah, I mean, actually, you could just spend the whole day here between the activities and the food and the music and the entertainment. I mean, I would definitely carve out a full day for this.
I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
And Happy New Year.
See you next year. Have a great holiday, everybody.